This is a performance hyperbaric oxygen chamber. It is a chamber used for mild hyperbarics. With this gauge, you can go up to 1.5 atmospheres absolute. They do have an aftermarket gauge where we can go to 1.7 atmospheres absolute. But when dealing in autism, typically the protocol is 1.3 to 1.5 atmospheres absolute. As you can see, there are two outtake valves. These valves come and push air out when it gets to 3 psi, pounds per square inch. And this valve here, where you see the green cord, that is attached to the oxygen concentrator. The oxygen concentrator takes the nitrogen out of the oxygen, and then it brings in 100% oxygen. This valve here, as you can see, has a yellow cord attached to it, and that attaches to the compressor. That is how we get the air to be pressurized inside the chamber. This chamber, as is right now, can go up to 1.5 atmospheres absolute. You are breathing oxygen out of a mask like this, much like how they show you in the airlines. You put it on and attach it like this. You'll be breathing from the oxygen concentrator. The things that you would want to potentially bring in for your child would be, you can bring in a reading light and they can read, or you can listen to music on an iPod, or if you're an adult, if you want to listen to podcasts. Also, you can bring in one of the little mini DVDs that a lot of people have now, and they can watch a movie, or you can play a game in there, whether if they're a more highly functional autistic individual. This unit here, the performance hyperbaric oxygen chamber, is used specifically for a home environment, and as you can see, we are in a home environment. It's very comfortable, and it's basically used for a trial and evaluation period to see if this would be this therapy would work for your autistic family member. This is an OGSI oxygen concentrator, and it is specifically made to work with hyperbaric oxygen chambers. And we have two gauges here. This gauge here is the air pressure gauge, and it's going to basically fluctuate between 10 and 30 to 35. And on this side, we have the oxygen pressure gauge, and this is going to be basically at 12. We set that by the oxygen pressure regulator. I usually keep it on 12. That's the optimal that came with the information on the concentrator. And here we have an oxygen flow meter. This is going to tell you how much oxygen is actually going in through the mask into the individual that is receiving the oxygen. And the oxygen mask is attached inside, internally, into a little port, and then you receive the oxygen. This unit is large enough to house two individuals. Typically in a home environment we have an autistic child, and then we will have a guardian or a caregiver that would be doing the treatment with the child in the chamber. And so it's plenty big for a person to lay down. The children and an adult can sit up inside the chamber, and it's very comfortable and roomy.